And we're live. It is Sunday, 3:09 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9:09 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. It's across the Pondcast, the best podcast you never heard of. Sam and Matt at the helm by ourselves today. We don't have a guest today. It's okay. Not too bad.
Hey, we chose it. We chose this, my brother.
I think it came down to we just didn't have anybody really lined up, and then we thought, well, do we really want to?
Like we could have
done something, and we're like, I think what was it like?
When was the last time we did this?
It's been a while. At least a couple of months, probably more. DT's in the house. Hello, governor.
Hello, governor.
Right. So you missed Plop Trops with Humanity. Or
Plop Trop. Yeah, that was Joe's creation. That was so fantastic. It was such a good idea. It's just.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a lot of fun. So it was me and Joe and Aditya and Roger and Jermaine. It was supposed to be you, but you had something going on. You got engaged with some other business.
Not engaged. I didn't get engaged.
Well, no. No, you were engaged with other business. You had some family stuff to do. So Simon says Hypno is in the house. Hello, Simon. And Andrew, Fat Produce, recently sold his OnePlus. And
sold?
Yeah, he sold his OnePlus 7 Pro.
He sold his soul.
Yeah, so he sold that.
I own his soul.
And he's looking to, I think he's looking to get an Xperia, but, a Mark II, I think is what it was. I'm not 100% sure. Yar, welcome, sir. Good day. And Aditya saying good day to Simon. So we're all here. So, yeah, we decided it's going to be me and Matt today, chatting about stuff. And then this is a different phone, right? Was this the phone you had before? You had this phone before, didn't you?
No.
The one that, oh no. Didn't you have a Mi 10 something before?
I don't remember. Dude, do you know how many phones I go through?
Yeah, it's a little disturbing, actually.
Yeah, I know, but it's like a drug addiction, and it's just I can't get out of the habit.
Right.
This is definitely a lot less lethal than a drug addiction.
Well, yeah. See, Vazikos is in the house. So hello, Vazikos. So what do you got now? Is it the Mi 10T Lite?
Mi 10 Lite Note thing. I don't know. It's a Redmi Note Lite 10.
Who knows?
I don't know. It's shit, whatever it is, but it works. It's a phone, and
Gary the Fireman. What is up, sir, Gary? And Aditya's asking, you need a phone intervention.
I do need to invent a phone.
That's an invention, not an inter.
Oh, I know.
Close enough. It's close enough. So, but you are getting something, aren't you?
No.
To help out with your phone addiction.
No, nothing. Not nothing I can think of off the top of my head. Not in the next 3 months, anyway. If FedEx have got anything to say about it.
I think Aditya blew you up.
Pixel 4a 5G, yeah.
Yeah.
In about 3 months.
No. It's gonna get there. I think it's gonna get there before.
FedEx, man. Not Parcel Force. We will get this package to you eventually.
Right. Yeah. So yeah. So Andrew's asking, as of today, which Android manufacturer experience are you all enjoying the most? I don't know. Well, let's see. I haven't tried the new OnePlus UI. That's One UI, basically. I haven't tried that. I haven't had a OnePlus for a while, since the 7T. It was okay. The Pixel was nice. I really enjoyed the Pixel. Mostly not for the software, just for the software features. It was nice having astrophotography. It was nice having the call screening. That was kind of cool. And took great pictures, and I liked the phone. Um, and also I kind of like the input noise on a Pixel. It's like dook, 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 dook. It's like that noise. I kind of like that. I don't know if another phone has that kind of same kind of noise when you do like a sound input thing. It just, I don't know, that clicking sound thing.
They all just sort of do their own thing, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, there's third-party apps and blah 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 for.
Yeah, I noticed
like
that on a Pixel. It's just, I don't know, it just feels. It's obviously it's a sound, but it almost feels like haptic, right? It almost feels like a. It's like,
I know what you mean.
Like, kind of like knocking on a barrel.
The precision is like perfect with the click to the haptic. It feels like it's one thing. Yeah. But I personally, I'm gonna go. Well, I was gonna say Oppo and Xiaomi, mainly because the broad range of phones they do that are just so good at so many different prices. And Oppo because of the Find X3. Yeah, that's right.
Sony.
I was just about to say
Pixel.
The Sony, the Xperia 1 Mark 3, yeah, the one that's coming up next. It's got a stupid long name, the Mark 3.
Yeah,
looks to be quite nice.
Yeah, Gary's a Google guy. And I share the sentiment that he's going to play.
No one said Apple. No one said iPhone.
Yeah. Well, the problem is I don't know how many people actually in this chat right now actually either have or use one. I have my bank device and I use that and it's okay.
One's got the SE.
It's an iPhone 8.
That,
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, it works fine. I mean, I don't have any problems with iOS necessarily. I mean, it's not something I prefer to use on a day-to-day, like as my phone. But as far as like when I have to use it, it's not. I don't have a problem with it. But I do miss Sense. And then I noticed something weird with AT&T, and this must have started Friday. When I switched my SIM into my U12 Plus, it suspended my account because it says it's a non-supported device. So I had to call AT&T. Yeah, I had to call AT&T, and I was like, okay, well, that's weird. It was never on their network, so I can understand that. So then I switched back to the Duo, and it was fine. And then last night, I was just kind of like, I wanted to use my 1520 again. So this morning, I was actually texting you from the 1520 using Telegram because Telegram still works. You? Yeah. And and then all of a sudden, it was like my daughter calls my wife's phone and says, hey, I'm trying to call Dad's phone. And it's not going through. I went, God damn it. And now, mind you, it's a 2014 phone, but this is the AT&T branded 1520. So it wasn't the 1520.3, right? The unlocked one. And same thing. Did it again. So I had to call AT&T again and go, hey, man, what's going on? Apparently, they've dumped a whole bunch of older phones, even their own branded devices off their network. So now anytime you hook up your SIM card to it, if it doesn't detect it's on their network and doesn't verify it, it just basically suspends your account, which sucks because
that is so dumb.
I don't know why. It's like I can understand that the U12 that kind of makes a little sense, but like why one of your own devices? Now, granted, now the 1520, obviously it's I think it was made in 2014. It's quite old, 7 years, but it is an AT&T phone. That is their phone.
Yeah, so I don't understand. That's just
I don't know.
Dumb.
I mean, now here's the thing. What you can do is now I call them and they'll activate it, but I had to sit on the phone for 15 minutes and they did it, and then it'll work. But I'm like, man, I'm so used to just switching the SIMs in and out, and all of a sudden now it's like every time I switch my SIM out, I have to decide, like, is this going to basically be a supported phone, and it's going to kind of croak it. So I just noticed that it just started Friday. So because I never had the problem with the U12 and the 950 and the 950 is an AT&T one as well. So I don't know. I'm not even going to try it. I'm afraid if I throw the SIM in the 950, it's going to be the same. I think they probably ditched all the Windows phones, which obviously, I get why they don't have them on there. But I don't know. I don't understand why.
I see what you're saying. You can get why they don't, because obviously they're so old and they're not actually being manufactured or made anymore. But on the other side, it's God damn it.
But it's like, why? Can you only have like 35 devices on your network, and then it's, then one's got to drop off to keep them going? I mean, if you can have hundreds of them, why not just have hundreds of them? I don't understand. It's like, like I said, I just noticed it.
You obviously it's different for you and different for AT&T versus Verizon and Sprint, and then the networks here, they're all different. So I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if anybody's experienced that on Verizon or T-Mobile.
I haven't. I slapped my phone in my SIM in the Xperia Z2. That's upstairs. You remember, and it just works straight up. No messing about, no nothing. So it must be a AT&T thing.
Yeah, and then other people comment, like Simon says, it changed in early 2021. Well, well, I can tell you, I was switching phones pretty often, so I didn't notice it start happening until last Friday. So if it started early in March, or I think it started March 1st, because I noticed that it's only been 7 days and I've had problems the last couple. So I think maybe March 1 it started, but anyway, so I don't know. It doesn't, again, nothing really big deal. And then, like I said, Gary's going to basically stay Pixel until Google kills it, which
Joe, yeah, because he's Hickey. Joe's
he's
literally smashing it with that Pixel.
Yeah.
Like the stuff he's taking is just mad.
Yeah, they're great photos. And it's just
so good. Yeah.
And so, and then and Vasco said, "Wow, I mentioned this a month. Maybe he mentioned it, and it's possible. I don't know. It's just something I noticed just on my own. Again, It's not a big deal. I can just call it there, and they'll unsuspend the phone. But I don't know,
it's just weird.
But yes, and it's the HTC U12. Verizon used to be a pain in the ass to swap phones. You have to change. Yeah, the only time I've ever had to call them is if I've switched my SIM into an iPhone. Because then it's got to get you got to have the IMEI reset because of iMessage and all that crap. So on AT&T, every time I switch to an iPhone, I've had to call them and do it because then iMessage it's just stuck. It doesn't work.
Yeah, it's just fucking stupid. Like, that's the only thing to say about it, really. Because you can't. What else can you say? It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, Simon says T-Mobile ended support for OnePlus One, another 6-year-old. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that phone can be modded to hell. So,
well, here's the thing, and then also, remember the OnePlus One wasn't one of their phones. I can understand on locked devices that makes sense. Like the U12 Plus, I get it. It was never on AT&T's network, but I have a problem with I guess older phones. They are AT&T networked phones. That's their phone, so I can understand. Again, I'm not mad about it because I get it. It's a 1520, right? It's a 950. It's a Windows phone. Again, and it will work. I just have to call them, and they have to when the SIM's in there, they just have to activate the SIM because I can't go on AT&T.
It's not that. The worst part is being on hold and just waiting to get through to actually get it unlocked. It's just a pain in the ass, something that you don't need. But that doesn't happen here.
TK, my bay. T-Mobile doesn't do it for us, but Metro PCS says. So
you can't just out and claim TK like that. That's not how this works.
What?
You can't just stand there and say TK my bay. No, he's ours.
No, TK our bay. But I mean, it's my bay. It's our bay. It's my
we
bay.
have this. We're not having this. We have this with Juan. Juan's not here, so we're all right.
Right. Well, yeah. So he's okay. So it's just something I noticed, and like I said, I noticed it Friday because I was taking a walk Friday night, and I threw my SIM in my U12 because I was gonna just kind of walk around and listen to some music while I walked, and then I noticed it looked connected to the network, but I couldn't make a text message. When I got away from my house, there was no data. I was like, So it's
so busted, man.
Yeah, anyway. Well, then it's funny because then I came upstairs. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then I came onto AT&T.com, and then you can pull up all your phone lines, and it says suspended. It's like, what? Suspended? So I called them, and they're like, whatever. So I don't know. So it seems that's the way it's going to be. So it's
that is a bit weird. Not as weird as having to reset your entire setup because nothing fucking works just before the show starts.
Right, so that's why we were.
Which is why we were late, by the way.
Well, we're usually always late, so it's not the end of the world. But
but this time we would have been on time because I was ready to go.
Yeah.
But then I was having technical issues, and then the light, and then the I basically had to reset everything, and now currently the phone is like naked, bare, nothing on it, just StreamYard.
Yeah,
it was really weird.
Yeah, really HTC weird. Blockchain. Yeah, that's the HTC Exodus 1, which I did have for a while. It was kind of cool having all that stuff. Now
I haven't had a HTC phone in years.
What's funny is it probably made more sense now because now like this NFT thing is like huge now. Everybody's like paying attention to Bitcoin and I didn't know that the Winklevosses were involved in their own blockchain.
The what?
Crypto thing. The guys that did the Facebook thing. Don't you remember how do you not know that name? Winklevoss. It's like the most odd name of ever. Who do you know? I mean, there's like no other human.
I don't pay attention to shit that Facebook does or did.
No, it's well, you saw the movie, right? I mean, the Facebook movie.
Nope.
I don't remember what it's called. But anyways,
why would I watch it? Why the fuck would I watch a film about Facebook?
Because it was like in a major movie theater. Oh, I guess they don't.
I don't give a shit. I would have seen that and been like, "What? No, I'm not going to watch a film about Facebook."
No,
That's just bullshit.
I'm curious to see what the history behind that was. It wasn't because I'm a fucking fan of
That's
Facebook.
like you going to the cinemas to watch a film about me. Like just because this no.
Why?
Although that would be quite interesting.
A billion user platform? No, it's not.
How do you know I did?
No, it's what I'm saying is I was curious about the movie, The Social Network. That's what it was called. And I wanted to see. I was curious, that. Like, yeah, no, I was curious to see like how that all started, and it was like how how it works. So that's it's not.
No, I never watched that.
I don't even have a Facebook account. So how do you like that?
I know. I saw on my Facebook earlier a picture that Becky had put up of you doing the TV bracket.
Oh, yeah, because she was complaining that it was too low and we got a new mantle. And so she said the TV was too low. And I was like, oh, God. So I had to unbolt it from the wall and move it up 3 inches and then re-drill it back into the wall.
Fun times. I'm glad I could bring that memory back for you.
Well, yeah, it wasn't like it happened like 4 hours ago. So it wasn't. I can't be nostalgic about something that happened 4 hours ago.
You can.
No, it just happened. Yes, it just happened literally this morning. So anyway, but yeah, she was. Now
you are a good husband, though. I would have been like, no.
Well, I did say no for a while, a couple of weeks. Why? Who gives a shit? Then we got the actual mantle in, and it's actually like a half an inch lower.
It's nice.
Like, okay, well there you go. And then she's like, nope.
It's a nice mantle, by the way. Just saying.
It's nice.
It's nice.
Well, she hated the other one that came with the house. I mean, that was the first thing she complained about was like, this mantle is terrible looking. Okay, I don't care. So anyway, so that's why I spent.
Welcome to the show. We talk furniture today. We've never talked furniture on this show.
So yeah, and it's fine, and then there's that picture in your bathroom. See, I don't know what she posts on Facebook because now I'm not on it, so I can't see what she posts. So I don't even care. It's fine. And MySpace needs to come back. I agree. MySpace was so ahead, then they fucked up. I guess so. Yeah. Nice couch. Oh, Greg says you have a nice couch. I don't know why you have a nice couch. It's leather, right? Okay. He's typing.
Mm-hmm. So I am typing. Sorry. Yes. This is a... I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Could be.
Could be.
Do I look like I know these things? I know they're flowers, and this is a couch. Well, it's a sofa, actually. Go for yourself. And it's comfy, which is why I chose to sit here to do the show instead of over there. Because over there I'm sat on the chair, but the chair's comfy. Yeah, it's all right. But for these shows, it's so bearable here.
I've noticed that you say sat and not sit.
I sat over there.
I sound like I sat on the couch. No, you sit on the couch. I'm
sat on the couch right now.
Right,
and
are you sitting on the couch or are you sitting on the couch?
And I used to sit over there.
No, I'm just asking.
I sat over there when we first started doing this show, and now I sit here.
Right, I can understand.
Right now, I am sat on the couch.
No, you're not, because you're present tense sitting on the couch.
I
can understand.
No. I am sat, and I am sitting.
Well,
Don't challenge me on English. No, I'm sat down.
No, you're sitting.
I am sat down. No, I'm sat down. Let's not. We're not having this English-American argument again.
It doesn't. No, nobody else says that except British people. They say sat.
Yes.
I sat on the couch.
And nobody else calls fucking hand egg football except you guys.
At all.
And it doesn't make any sense for a game that's called football to be played with your hands. So go away.
No, I'm just saying. I'm sat down. Okay.
I'm sitting down when I'm sat down. It's the same. Right. It means the same thing.
I know, but I don't know why. I never heard I always notice that when you say I went sat over there. I'm like, okay. It's weird. It's not what I say. But it's okay. And I agree with the football. I agree with you. It shouldn't be called. The football is probably what we call soccer. It's called football. And we call American football, but you don't even really use your feet that often, except to punt, really. It's about and kick a field goal, which is very, very few times in the game. So it's definitely played more with your hands and running, not necessarily played with your feet and kicking. I get you.
I know.
I'm feeling. That's cool. So I'm willing to concede that. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So he asked the question, what are your favorite smartphone accessories lately?
Accessories? I don't do accessories. Like, not really. I have my earbuds, and that's it. Smartphone accessory wise.
Yeah, is that really?
I don't even really have case. I just like use the case that comes in the box, or
I don't even really think a case is an accessory anymore.
Or when they get going, the X30 cases from Extreme Skins, I use that on the S21 Ultra. But like Xiaomi and stuff, I just use the case that comes in the box. I mean, like, I don't need to buy a case. It came with one. Does the same thing for me. I only use a case when I go to work, and apart from that, I take the case off.
Right. Well, I don't even think a case is even an accessory
I have
anymore.
skins and stuff on my phones, don't I? So.
Yeah, I don't think a case is even considered really an accessory. It's almost kind of like a necessity for a lot of people, just because these.
But an accessory, just buds, like my Sony XM3s and the Galaxy Buds. The only thing I've got accessory wise for a phone.
I mean, I got my Jabra, my 75Ts, and then that's all I have. I don't
know where it is right now because this phone has a headphone jack, but I have the dongle.
Yeah, he's got the dongle live, and yeah,
right now.
Simon here. I love how
the Pixel 5G has a headphone jack as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. So I don't even need the fucking dongle anymore.
Right, it's got a headphone jack. The one you're getting, yeah. Cool. I agree with this. I like how they had that little condom case, little TPU case, and that's kind of a nice little touch. That way, when you get the phone, you have something to protect it, but while you try to get yourself, a different kind of case or whatever. So.
Nope. I just use that case. Like right now, this phone is like in the case that came in the box.
These guys Extreme Skin on his Pixel 4 XL. Yep, there you go. They don't. You know what's funny? They don't make one for the 5G, so you're not going to get it. You can't get a skin.
I asked them about that, and
I don't know.
Basically what it is that because the 5 and the 4A are the most popular phones here, they barely had any requests to cover the 5G. So in their thinking, like doing the Pixel 5 and the Pixel 4A is more profitable because making a skin for a phone that no one's going to buy is a bit pointless.
Yeah, I understand.
So the 4A 5G here obviously isn't that popular in regards to the Pixel 4A, Pixel 3A, and the Pixel 5 are the most popular phones.
So anyone got or tried Moments lenses? I don't really know what those are. I know I'm stupid. See, that's what I'm saying. Oh, I think somebody else early asked about the shirt, so I'm going to. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I finally got my shirt. It only took
Represent.
Again. Yep. Yeah. Made my donation. Get you one. I try to find a link for it. I had the link, and I got to find the email.
We can put the links in the show notes and
put them in the show notes
sections.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'd like to. Yeah, I'm not an accessory kind of guy. I mean, I guess I should be, but I'm really not. I got earbuds, and that's really about it.
Yeah, but what else do you need? Like, I mean, like, I can understand, like, there are accessories for your phone that people will use. Like, one covers a lot of them when it comes to audio, right?
So
we'll just pretend that didn't happen.
Oh, okay. I got it. The Moments lenses. I was going to say, those are those little attachments that go on the back of the phone and give you like a telephoto lens. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're big into photography, yeah, I would suggest trying those out. I just don't take a lot of photographs. And I noticed that. I don't take a lot of pictures. I just don't. I mean, I don't know if I think about it, I will. But just on my day-to-day, like as I'm out and about, I really don't. I don't take a lot of photos. I know, because my kids are grown. My daughters are, one lives in a house, but they're both almost 20, so I don't take pictures of them very often. Take a picture of the dog and stuff, but other than that, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say you take some pictures of the dog and
it's stuff around the house, and maybe like when I'm outside cooking or something. But I mean, it's just like general. Like if I'm out going somewhere, I'm too busy like trying to enjoy the moment. I don't think of it as like a photo opportunity. I guess that's just weird. I know a lot of people. It's like now we went out to dinner and I had my duo with me and I was just like we're out walking and my wife's sitting there and of course I got my back to the room so I'm kind of looking around and seeing it. And everybody's like taking a picture of their food and stuff, which I can understand.
I don't get that. No, I don't understand that. I have never understood. Like, if you've created something that's unique, fine. But if you're taking a picture of a fucking McDonald's and posting it, why? What is anybody gaining from seeing your meal? Not just a McDonald's, but in a restaurant. What are people gaining from seeing this? I don't get
probably
it.
Nothing. No,
it's
I mean
food.
unless you're trying to explain to somebody that's like a new recipe, like oh hey they got like, but I mean yeah if you go to McDonald's or KFC, I mean why are you taking pictures of that? No, and like I said, in the restaurant we were at was just a standard Italian restaurant, so there wasn't anything that special. No, fettuccine, like like regular food. I mean there's nothing that I thought that was, but I mean that's just. I guess it's just what people do now.
People are different. Like, yeah, I don't take pictures of food. I take pictures of the sky a lot because a lot of the shots I take, I like to take the same pictures on different phones to test dynamic range and does it keep the bottom in focus, blow out the top? Does it level everything out? The Pixel so far is the only one that does it uniform.
Yeah. No, I mean, you've had Pixels, so this isn't going to be anything new when you get it. But I mean, yeah, I really enjoyed having that 4A 5G. It was a really nice phone. And apparently there are places that aren't too far away from me that actually get some basic 5G sub-6 service. It was pretty good. I mean, I did a couple speed tests. We're like 100 and so, 105, meg down. It's not bad. I mean, it's pretty good. It's not a big deal for me because I don't stream a lot of data. And yes, Jared's correct. That's why, since I don't take a lot of pictures, I'll explain the Duo because if you're a picture taker, this is not the phone. This is not the device. I will tell you, however, I went out. So Saturday we went out and we went to the store to get a couple things, and then Becky's looking for a car because the vehicle she had, the Subaru, is on the lease and it's ending in October, so she's going to try to either decide to keep it or looking for another car.
Dumbass crashed it.
And then I crashed it. Yeah. So anyway, and it's funny is I will tell you one thing though, and I'm glad you're alive, by the way. Oh, yeah, I just slid down the hill and it just basically just kind of it slid backwards and then kind of just like took off the side mirror in the door. So it's fine. So yeah, no chance of like getting hurt. It's fine. But the funny thing is, it's I everywhere I go, people ask me about that phone. If I went and I was at the checkout and I was looking at something, the lady's like, "What kind of phone is that?" And it's like, "Oh, it's a Surface." And she's like, "Oh, like the computer?" I said, "Yeah, kind of like the computer." And then when I went to the car dealership, the guy was like, "Hey, you need your driver's license and insurance for the test drive." Well, I didn't have my insurance card. The insurance card I had in there, it was expired by a couple of months. I forgot to put the new one in there, but it's on my phone, so I went and got the picture, on my phone. So I pulled up the State Farm app on one side, and I said, "Well, I'll just text it to you. What's your number?" The dealer, the salesperson, he's like, "Yeah, here it is." So I'm using it. I get the screenshot right, and I cut the card image, and I go on the other side of text, and he's looking. I mean, the whole time he's watching me, he's like, "Holy cow, what is that?" And I said, "It's
that magical thing that we now have. It's on sale. It's here officially,
right?
And it's fucking expensive,
right? It's a Surface.
It's like,
have you ever seen a cheap Surface?
£1,800.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, Microsoft's out of their mind. I mean, they should have never priced it that way. They should just try to sell the units.
But it's on sale at the minute for $1,350.
Right.
Hey,
it should
get yourself a bargain.
It should be. I would say when it got to the UK, I would have said, but here's the thing. Even if it's $8.99, nobody's buying it. If it's $5.99, no one's buying it. No, you're not. You'll buy it and you'll take it. You'll get rid of it. You'll get rid of it. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you're going to take a picture with it and you're going to go, nope.
When was the last time I take a picture of the sky? I'm not going to take a picture of the sky with the Duo.
Right.
But that's not the purpose. The purpose is I want to be a nerd, use it for a bit, and then get moved on.
And I don't like this argument because it's not true and people are full of shit. That phone right now, if it was $600, would you buy one? No, and I'm not mean going to EE or going to a store, not ATT. I mean literally going in, or even if, well, fuck it, even then, it's on. You can get it for an installment. Would you buy that phone at $600? You probably would, and you'd use that phone for about 2 months.
I don't do
and you'd
installments.
get
You
rid of
know
it.
how I get phones and do my business.
Right. That's what I'm
And I
saying.
would
It's like
get one that way, yes.
everybody likes to sit there and make that goddamn comment. It's like, oh, I would totally get a Duo, but man, $13.99 is bullshit. I agree, it's a lot of money. But
It is
even
a
at
lot of money.
$5.99,
But
you're
I
not
would get
buying it.
one.
I
You know I
would.
would get one. But you know I wouldn't keep it, and I would keep it because I don't keep phones. When was the last time I kept a phone? Never.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I mean,
The Xperia Z2 that's upstairs, that I've still got that.
all of a sudden he spent $1,200 for the Pixel 4 XL. Right. I mean, yeah, and I'm not saying people wouldn't buy it. What I'm saying is
that's a ridiculous price for a Pixel, by the way.
It's a very specific kind of phone for a very specific kind of user. And once you start using it and you start running into the software struggles that I run into, and you have to, you're used to certain things, right? You're used to just looking at your phone and having it always on display. You don't have it. You got to open it up, right? Every time you use it, you have to
I don't use my always on display.
I don't really either. Honestly, I really
this
don't.
has got it and I don't have it on.
Yeah. And I mean, but the problem is, when you go to take a picture, you have to flip it around and get turn right. And I get all that.
The inconvenience.
It's not really. It's an inconvenience, but what it is it's a new form factor that makes you have to relearn how to use your phone. And it can be kind of a cumbersome. Sometimes you just want to make a phone call and you don't want to do all this stuff. The problem is
I don't make phone calls.
I do. I know.
Nope.
So
the only people that ring me at work.
Yeah, and then like Eric, I carry the Duo around. Like I said, I'm not saying that people wouldn't buy it. It's just
your phone ass out of here.
But everybody who uses it, I'm going to tell you, you're going to run into the same problems that a lot of Duo users have run into: software issues, bugs.
That is a question I have for you, actually. We haven't had. I don't like flow of updates. Come on, tell me. What is it? I know Juan's done a video and I've seen it. Your experience, because you're behind on updates.
Yeah, about 2 weeks
compared to Juan.
Yeah. So because he's got the unlocked one, I have an AT&T. It's about 2 weeks. So usually when the software update came for February, mine it's about 2 weeks late. Sometimes like 10 days. The only one we missed, I think, was December or January. There's one that got missed. I've had them, and a lot of people have gotten the February one and really have complained about the it really being kind of wonky, right? Not really working. One of this guy that I follow, his name's Scary if Literal. He's actually bought a Z Fold 2, and he's going to try it because he's running into a lot. It's like ever since he installed the February update on his Duo, it's been really bad for him. He's run into a lot of issues with the Surface. So I haven't had that many problems, but I do experience problems with it. I mean, I do have some software problems.
I found a glitch, right? This morning, I was on this Xiaomi, and I don't know why, but I went in to Android 11 and tapped it loads of times and turned it up and got the cat thing and your smart home stuff and the cat's at the bottom. But when you do that on the Xiaomi and you scroll down and the cat comes up at the bottom, the phone hard crashes. And you have to boot it into recovery mode and reset it. I don't know why. It happened twice because I wanted to test it, obviously. But it was really weird because you swipe down to your smart home services, and as soon as that cat appears, it starts flickering on and off, and then the whole phone freezes. I don't know if it's a bug in Android 11 and MIUI 12, but it was just super weird.
Maybe it's that phone.
I don't know. I never tried it on another Xiaomi phone, but next time I get one, I'm going to.
Right.
Because I've not tried it on another Xiaomi phone. It's the first time I've ever done it with a phone.
Yeah.
And it was just strange. Like, because obviously it's that stupid little thing that comes up when you do your Android taps. And the cat, it comes up at the bottom, flash, and then gone. I'm like, that is so, what kind of bug is that hard crashes the phone that I have to reboot it and safe and reset the whole thing?
Yeah, and I agree. That's why I like the V60 and the Velvet and the G8X, right? Because you can use the dual screen if you want to. It adds a lot of bulk to it, right? When you can get around it, but then you can turn it off or not use it. So that's kind of nice. I do like that it's nice because that's the problem with the Duo. The problem with the Duo is, unlike the Fold, right? You can still use the Fold with the screen on the outside. I mean, it's real thin and you can use it. It's not great for content consumption, right? But you can still use it. you can't use the Duo when it's close. You gotta, or unless you want to carry it like this, with the screens out, which I never do. I think that's kind of hard. I think it's kind of asking for trouble, but I don't know. It's okay. So, and there's a lot of people making comments, the V60 with the free dual screen is pretty good. Gary says, yeah, you paid under $300 for an iPhone 8 Plus with, no complaints except for the battery drain. Yeah, I agree. Moto Edge, although I've had a lot of people saying, I don't know if it was the Moto Edge or the Moto Edge Plus having a lot of screen issues, tint problems, and pixels jacked up and stuff like that on those edges. I don't know. They look okay. I'd like to try a Moto phone again. I haven't had one ever.
I like at least Moto tried to make use of the edge. Like when you're in a game, the top triggers at the top. That's just one way of using a random ass design.
Yeah, Joe,
I will say one thing. This Xiaomi is actually quite good on battery life.
Yeah,
I didn't even charge it. It was on 69% when I was fucking about with it, and it's on 64, and we've been going nearly 40 minutes.
Yeah, Eric has used to buy a Mi 11. I'd like to get my hands on a Mi 11. They look. I like the back. I like the camera module. I think it looks kind of cool. I think it looks pretty cool. I'd like to try the Xiaomi. Although somebody say
the Mi 11 Ultra
with it or something.
I want to get my hands on that Mi 11 Ultra, and I don't even know why.
He's asking, is it the Mi? Is it the Note 10 Pro? I think it's the Mi.
It's the Note 10 Pro. No, it's the what I've got here is not the Pro. This is the Note 10 Lite from 2019. 2019. End of 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like the look of the back. I like the module. I like the color. I think it looks cool. I think for a camera module, it looks pretty. It's pretty minimal, and it's got some pretty good hardware in it. So I don't know. I like that look as opposed to maybe the Samsung look. I don't mind the S21 and the Plus. The Ultra is I don't know. It's just too much going on. It's just a lot of it.
The Ultra's nice. I'm not going to dispute it. Well, I enjoyed using the phone. The battery life is awful for a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. Fucking terrible.
Yeah.
But you can tell that they've put a bit of thought in the Exynos chip this year.
Yeah.
Compared to the Snapdragon. But again, battery, the camera's the same, the S20. You're better off with an S20, really.
Yeah. Hey, give me a second.
Where are you going? An FYI, I don't have the chat up because the laptop's not working properly. So I can't see any of your comments. So you can say whatever you like right now, and I can't see it. I will try. I've been having technical issues all afternoon, so okay, I've got it up. Oh, you guys can go fuck yourselves. Top-notch wanker, tosser. No, you're right. My balls are tiny. Mm-hmm. Dongle diddling issues, yeah, that's about right. ROG5, I don't actually know when that is released because, again, Asus aren't releasing it here. So European release dates will be different anyway. So I've got no idea. But I know it's not out yet. Definitely know it's not out yet.
That's okay.
Where the fuck did you go? I didn't even have the chat up. The chat wasn't working on my laptop, so I was talking to my fucking self because I couldn't see the chat, and I got it up, and everyone was calling me a wanker. So
well,
I told them to go fuck themselves, and then got into a conversation with them. And I do have a dongle issue.
Our guests, right? No,
fuck them.
It was like
These
gunfire,
guys are
which
assholes.
is not uncommon from where there's gunfire, and I was like, it was close. It was it's not uncommon for Riley to have, but I mean, it was like a lot of rounds going off. I was like, and it seemed like it was down the road, so I was just curious what was going on. Just want to make sure I didn't see a car.
But it's not bonfire.
No, it's not a bonfire, so it's all good. But I don't think the raw.
You live in the middle of nowhere, right?
Yeah, Everybody's got guns out here, dude. It's
So,
North Jefferson County.
yeah, no, I know that, but how close were they for you to hear
They
the
sounded down the
gunshots
street.
in your
Like,
room with the stream?
no, it just sounded down the street. I could
Oh,
hear
okay.
them. I mean, it just sounded like I was just like, what the hell?
Goddamn
Anyway,
Americans.
so ROG, the ROG5, I don't think so.
I've just said all this.
Okay. Well,
Catch up.
I'm just looking at you didn't see the question, so
No, I got it. I got the chat.
Oh, okay.
It was.
Well, my
I
question
got it.
isn't
The
Xiaomi
video
have a
is
thing
not
where
playing, but the chat's up.
Isn't Xiaomi have a thing where like they don't like a lot of third-party launchers? Don't they block a lot of them or something?
No.
Oh, I thought
They did. They used to, but since MIUI 12,
okay.
yeah, they're actually all right. They used to hate it, and then none of the gestures would work. Huawei was very similar. They never used to let you do it, but now, yeah, no, I've had launchers on all my Xiaomi phones.
He's gonna get a gun license. First of all, they're not gonna give you a gun license, and second of all, you don't need a gun license. It's Missouri. Just get a gun.
I have to have a check. I have to have a background check. I have to have somebody come and see me, have an interview. I have to buy a safe. The safe has to be checked before I can even apply to have a gun license here.
Don't even get it. Why do you need one in the UK? Nobody's got one.
Because people go shooting here. They go clay pigeon shooting. But to do all that, you literally have to have like 3 background checks, 2 interviews, buy a safe. They have to come and check it again, and then you get your license, and then you can get a gun. And then they have to come and check that, and then make sure it's all locked up and safe. Oh, it's crazy. It is crazy. And then, but that's a good thing, because then crazy people don't get guns.
Sure. They just basically, criminals just steal them and bring them to the UK anyway, and then that's fine.
That's because of the Americans.
No. No.
All the guns, I swear to God, that was the Ross Kemp thing that's on all the time. All the guns that are in this country in gangs' hands are traced back to America.
Right. Well, it's not America.
90% of them. That's your fault. It's your fucking fault.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well.
Not you personally.
No, because I've never had a gun stolen or sold anybody a gun to the UK.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay.
Apparently, you could get a lot of money, though. If you wanted to, you could get a lot of money for the guns you have.
Oh, yeah. But I'm not going to sell them. So.
No, I know that. I'm not saying sell me your guns. Not live, anyway.
Right. So, that's the problem. I don't think it's not so much a license. I don't think DT could pass the psych check. Especially starts mentioning, like, peanut butter lube and OnlyFans. You'd be like, okay, you don't need a gun. You probably want to be shooting yourself in the foot with it. So, we do have from Colombia and Libya. Really? Libya? Okay, that's kind of cool. Not cool and not like cool being cool, but like Libya. That's kind of a weird place to get stuff from. Okay. An automatic crossbow. Yeah, that would be cool. Automatic crossbow. And no, I do not own all the guns. This is your brand on guns. Northern Ireland, Yeah. So that's cool. So no, I'm curious to see. I know that we just had the Redmi, right? The Redmi, is that the Redmi Note 10? Is that the one that just came out? I can't remember it now.
The Note 10 Pro.
Yeah. It looks like a pretty nice phone, especially for like $250, $270. That's pretty nice, man. That's a nice phone. I mean, that's a nice phone. I think if you're looking for a budget phone, that'd probably do you pretty well. The problem is, I don't know, I guess, would you be able to get it like on Amazon, right? But you don't have to go to like AliExpress or anything like that, right? You're going to have to, where can you get that? Like, would an American be able to pick that up without having to know, like, you have to go to these all websites, or will Amazon have links to it? I wonder if you can buy it.
I think Amazon usually has stuff like that.
Yeah, but nobody's going to know about it. I don't even think people even know what Xiaomi phones are in the United States, or Redmi especially. Xiaomi much not really. Redmi even less, which is like almost no one. Yeah.
I don't know.
What are you having? What's wrong with you?
I'm thinking. This is my thinking face.
Clearly, it's like it's actually, and you're not multitasking. You can't think and talk. You're just like it's like totally like side gliding your heart. You're just sitting there like with your head all screwy.
Sitting here with my tiny balls out.
Okay, not really. All right.
That's what they were mean. They were mean to me in the chat. That's what they said.
All right, don't buy. I agree. Don't buy guns from AliExpress. I would say that's probably. Oh, you could probably get a good Chinese-made SKS.
You can get some really good ones on Wish. What are you on about?
Right. Etsy store. Somebody make you.
They're like this big, but the picture shows them as this big. Yeah.
And yeah, Redmi is very popular in India. Yeah, I agree. It's great, but I don't know.
Xiaomi's problem is naming. They seem to name their phones differently wherever it is in the world, and it gets very confusing.
Well, and I think it really doesn't matter because even that guy who the dealer, the salesperson at the dealership, he has an iPhone. He's the iPhone there. He's not going to look at anything else. He's not going to look at an Android phone. I don't think a lot of people do that switching thing. So it's, I showed him, it's like, well, it's an Android device. Eventually Apple may make a dual screen foldable clamshell, who knows? But until they do, I don't think most people who are iPhone users even know that such a thing even exists, or any of these other manufacturers, Xiaomi or Redmi or Moto or anything else. I mean, they're just going to basically buy their iPhones and keep them. And all right, Goran's out, man. Good to see you again, Goran. Man, have a nice fun. Stay safe. Enjoy yourself. Be good. And,
Peace.
And I have a Mi Band. Mi Band 5. I do too. That's what I got. Yay, Mi Band 5. Pretty good.
Sorry, I was in a childish in me coming out.
Yeah. No, it was
I
good.
do. You do. Do you do? I do too.
Yeah,
I do
have
too.
Mi Band 5, and I'm telling you, I think I got it for like $35 or $38. It's awesome. For getting all the notifications, it's really nice. Great battery life. I think the last time I tried, it took like 12 days.
Oh, my Galaxy Watch is
like it's really good.
Max, and that's like that's like with everything off. The Galaxy Watch is just absolutely insane. But like,
this is pretty nice.
If I forget to charge it, I'm screwed.
No, I mean, I think I had like 22% battery on it, and I just took a shower, so I took it off and figured I just go ahead and charge it. And it said last time charged 12 days ago, which I was like, wow, it's pretty good, man, especially for like $40, dude. I really like it. I mean, it's been really great. So this Mi Band 5, it's really, really nice. I think I bought it probably about seven months ago or so, and I've had no problems out of it. It charges great. It's pretty quick too, and man, battery lasts almost 2 weeks. So it's really nice, and because it's so small, it really doesn't even feel like a watch. It just feels kind of like I don't know, like it almost feels like they used to have those little rubber wristband things that used to wear for like Live Strong or whatever like that. Used to have. That's kind of what it feels like. It doesn't really even feel like any kind of like a watch or anything. So yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I did see this. I saw Best Buy. I think they were selling the Nord. I think the Best Buy. But the Best Buy by my house. I don't know if they've got it in the store, but I think they have them. I think they you can buy them and obviously have it delivered and then pick it up there. I'm pretty sure they sell the Nord. Or no, the N100 or the N1000 or whatever it is. But they did have a OnePlus phone listed on their website. But I don't think it was in the store. Let's see.
I don't know if I'm going to survive the last 10 minutes of this show.
Why?
It's fucking driving me insane.
Okay.
You keep going, and then the chat keeps freezing, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So right now in Best Buy, they have the OnePlus 8T for $750, and then the Nord N100 and the N10. Yeah. So there you go. You can get them on now. I don't think there's any in the store. Yeah, you got to ship them there, but it's a couple of days. So, yeah. So if you're interested in getting one of those, get you some. So I don't know. I guess the Nord's okay. The Nord,
I like the
N10, the N100. They seem pretty
no.
nice.
I like the standard Nord. Obviously, you don't get it, but the Nord's a good phone. I like that.
Yeah. So I mean, they do something at Best Buy, so you can pick yourself up one. It'd be a shame. I think if Xiaomi can really get in there and maybe sell some of their budget Note, like the Note series, or maybe like the Mi 10 Lite or something like that, they probably could sell a few. I mean, people would buy them. That kind of thing. Yeah, and he said the E-Nord got 11. So there you go. So yeah, it's getting software. So yeah, it's a good time. Like I said, so yeah, if you're looking for so if you're looking forward to get that Mi Band, Jim, you're gonna like it, man. I've had it and it's been really nice. I was kind of on the fence about any kind of wearable because I don't use them very often because I don't like wearing a watch as much anymore. But yeah, I mean it's nice. I like the fact that I don't even have to think about it. I don't have to take it off the charger even if I forget about it for a couple of days. It's fine. It's really
No,
good. It was like, I think it was
I
like
have
38
to
bucks.
remember to charge mine. It's a pain in
Yeah.
the ass.
Yeah,
Like,
it was like 38
there's
bucks.
just more things now in it, like you watch, your earbuds, your phone. You got to make sure all this shit's charged before you leave the house.
Right.
If you leave
Although
with one of them, if you're going on a walk somewhere, you're screwed.
Oh yeah. No, those Jabras, the 75Ts I got, man, they do pretty good. They charge pretty well. They're real comfortable. I can hear you. Yeah. Well, hopefully, like I said, that you'll get the Pixel. So by next stream, you should be like ready to go. This should look pretty good.
Wait, how do I look? The camera's not bad.
No, the camera's not very good at all.
It's not bad compared to like the Sony.
No, it's worse than the Sony.
Really?
It's worse than the Sony. Yeah. It's okay. Earlier it looked okay. Like right now it looks okay. But I think it's just your connection or something because it looks fine now, but when it pixelates, it looks pretty crappy. That's okay. It looks all right. Yeah, and the Nord makes
but this is the problem I'm having. It's not the connection. My Wi-Fi is great. It's not the connection. It's the device. It does not like me doing this. Even though it's got a 730, it's got a Snapdragon 730. I have no idea what its problem is. It doesn't like cats, and it doesn't like this. So it
doesn't like piss.
It doesn't like cats.
Yeah, it doesn't like cats.
And it doesn't like this.
It doesn't like this.
I don't know what is. I don't know whether MIUI 12.1 is buggy as shit. I don't know, but that's what this is running on.
So I like they're giving you a little bit of trouble. It makes me feel better. Okay.
It's true though.
Right.
Now we just got to do something about your old ass.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. There's nothing I can do. I'm just getting older. It's gonna get worse as this goes on. It's gonna get worse as it goes on because I'm gonna get older.
Oh, I look a lot better than I did this morning, by the way.
Yeah, what's with sending me the mugshot this morning? You look like you were like ready to be processed into the damn penitentiary.
Mate, I swear to God, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I just locked down and then I looked at myself this morning and went, "Oh my God, what has happened to you?"
Yeah, get yourself a Kaios Nokia.
But I finally got a haircut and a beard trim, so I'm good.
Yeah, exactly, Matt. Number 9987. Get chill. Do they have? What do prisoners wear in the UK? Do they have the orange jumpsuit thing for? What do they wear?
It's got pink with flowers on it. No, yeah, it's orange,
okay,
blue, and grey, and it depends where you are.
Okay.
Not that I know much about the inside of prisons, but
yeah,
I have never been to one. I've been in jail at the police station, but I have never been to prison.
They get sent to Redwood Prison. I don't know where is that local?
Could do.
It's probably is that in
no, not to me.
I don't know.
No, not to me.
He wants to know more. Apparently they want to know about your jail experience. Probably a traffic charge. Oh, that's right. Have you ever driven a car? Had a license and drive? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the
no?
reason
I
why
don't have
in
a
jail?
license.
Was the traffic thing?
No, that was one. That was no. I never got caught doing that.
Oh,
I've never done that. I wouldn't drive without a license. I'm not a moron. Yeah. Fucking hell. I'm not stupid.
Yeah. Okay. Then it's a drug charge. That's cool. Possession charge. That's fine. Yeah, I already know. It's okay. That's cool.
It's not actually drugs. It was just fighting. Just drunk fighting in the city centre.
Yeah. That's okay.
It happens to everyone.
Yeah,
you wake up sober in a cell going, the fuck happened?
You got into a fight?
Does anybody remember what happened? No? Where are we? I don't know.
Yeah, ER's got probably a fight.
Yeah, it was.
First degree murder, no. A DTO, no.
No, I get away with that.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't, who's Rachel? Yeah, well, I couldn't get through the whole entire show without getting messed with a little bit, so that's fair. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's, we'll see. So hopefully you'll get the Pixel, and you'll keep that for a while, because you can't get rid of that, because that's mine. You can't trade it or sell it, or you probably could. You could sell it and then give me the money back if you really wanted to, but that doesn't make any sense. Hopefully, you keep
No,
the
I'm
Pixel.
going to keep.
Really
I want to keep that Pixel because I haven't got. I'm not going to keep using this.
Right. Yeah, and I agree because the Pixels. Yeah, and then you didn't have a lot of good experience with the Pixels that you had, except for the 5 that you had the screen thing. Right?
Well, the screen separation issue, but that wasn't the phone. That was just a manufacturing thing. The phone itself was good. The software, the build, the size, the speakers, the screen, it was good. It was a good phone. So I did have a good experience with the Pixel 5, the Pixel 4 XL, the 4. I've not had the 4A. The 5, the 4 XL, the 3A, and Kirsty's brother's got the 4A. So I've had a little play with that. That's cool.
Yeah.
So I do like Pixel phones. I'm not saying I don't like Pixel phones. I like different things. Like not many people I know at all would say they like an Oppo or a Xiaomi. They're not phones you see very often. So I like the uniqueness. They're not very. No, even here, Samsung and Apple are the dominant force. Despite the UK having access to all these other companies that you don't, Realme do quite well, Xiaomi do quite well, Oppo do quite well, but it is most people you see have either got a Samsung or an older Samsung or a range, or they've got an older iPhone.
Right. Yeah, and a 2XL was a good phone, and
I love my 2XL. I didn't even care like people with blue tint this and then. No, I love my 2XL. I did.
Yeah, and
speakers
were
great.
The 4XL was a nice phone. I had the 4XL. I really like that, and the Red Magic 6 does look interesting. I'm curious to see what they would do with this Pixel 6 or whatever 6A or 6 and whatever. I don't know. I kind of like the fact they didn't have like a 4 and a 4XL. I kind of like the fact that they're all. They seem to be like the biggest one was the 4A 5G. That's I think out of all three, I think that was the biggest one.
Yeah, the biggest one. The 4A 5G is the biggest one at 6.2.
And it's not at all.
The 5 is 6 and the 4A was 5.8.
Yeah,
if I'm getting my maths right, there's a ish.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, even with that being the biggest one of the Pixels, it's still one of the smaller ones. I had no, like I said, I really liked using that 4A 5G. I really did. I really liked all of it, and that's why I was just like, but I got to get it to you, so it's on its way. Hopefully, they won't do too bad with the VAT and stuff like that. I hope they don't charge a bunch for that money for that. So,
no,
I don't think so.
They'll be good. They'll be good.
Yeah, and then we'll see. But yeah, so we'll see. But I don't know. I mean, I'm curious to see what they're going to do with the next Duo because I haven't 100% guaranteed that I'm going to get the new Duo 2 or Zeta. That's the code name for it. So I don't know. It depends really on how it looks. I am going to probably see what they do as far as improving or if they change some stuff because there are things that need to be changed. And we'll see what they do. And if they don't, well, then I'll keep this Duo until I can figure out something else. But who knows? I don't know. But yeah, they gotta work on the software. So hopefully Microsoft stays in it. I don't think they will. I think they'll make the Duo 2. It won't sell, and they'll do what they always do, and they'll pull the plug on it. They'll do software and security patches for the rest of the 2 devices, and then that'll be it. Which I hope not. I really hope that they stay to it, but they probably won't. So. And there, in case anybody's in the chat watching, there's your breakdown. Apple 52%, Samsung 28%, Huawei at 8%, Motorola at 1%, Xiaomi at 1%, Google at 1%. So, yeah, pretty much. I mean, Apple and Samsung.
Told you.
I actually thought those Apple numbers are higher than I thought.
Huawei.
Yeah.
Have more.
Actually, Android Central put on, I think it was Android Authority, I think put on an article talking about that I think that Huawei's finally going to just give up on the whole Google thing, and they're just going to go with Harmony OS and just use their pedal search and use their app store and just say screw it and just go at it on its own. Which I wouldn't at this point. I wouldn't think that's a bad idea because I don't really see that coming. I don't them coming off the end of the list. I don't think it's going to happen. So, or if it does, it doesn't seem like this administration is really wanting to talk about it. So if they are talking about it, it's not known to any of us. So I think
no. Well, I don't know. I think it's just one of them things that's going to take time. If it happens, it's going to happen later.
Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, I agree with Simon. I can't believe Apple. I thought it would be a little bit more even. I thought it'd be like maybe 40% Apple, like 38 and 40%. I thought I was almost 1-to-1 Apple to Samsung. I didn't think Apple was that far ahead in the UK. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting.
You'd be surprised.
Well, clearly, because I wouldn't have guessed that.
It's not that people get the new ones. Like they don't. Like nobody. I think one person I know has got the 12. Most of the iPhones I see people with are the 8, the 10, and I think one couple of people I know have just upgraded, but they've just upgraded to the 11, not the 12. But it is mostly older ones. The iPhone is dominant in older versions because they do update them for so long. So there's no reason to switch it out. Like 7 years with an Android phone, man, you ain't had no software updates, security updates, you've had no patches, your apps don't work anymore. 7 years with an iPhone, it still works.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to get the battery replaced. So these tend to last longer, so their market share is higher because they're still in the market from the fucking last time they did the check. It's the same damn people have got the same damn phone.
Yeah, Gary still has a Nexus 6 and a 2X on. He's going to keep his 4XL when he upgrades. Yeah, I would too. I mean, there's no reason to get rid of any of those. And Michael's like, basically, anybody under 25 is an iPhone. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. And this is true, and it really kind of bums me out. But yeah, I remember Windows Phone actually at one point, I think even in like most of Europe, it was almost at 20%. I think in Italy it was like a 25.
I remember walking through the city centre and like Phones for You and Orange and T-Mobile. This was before EE was a thing, and those three companies were separate. And in the windows, billboards, Windows phones, just everywhere. And people were walking around in the shop, sitting down with the people, checking, scrolling through, getting the next contract. They're all Windows phones.
Yeah, it was. I mean, at one point, I mean, they actually had, I think, right, it was like 2013, 2014 timeframe when, like, right around the Nokia purchase, they were looking at like almost 20% market share. And I know in a lot of places like in Indonesia and like those kind of areas,
that's what I mean.
They had pretty good traction.
They were so good, they just didn't.
They ran on crap hardware.
With the time.
They ran on garbage.
They didn't adapt with the time, and then as soon as time took over them, everybody moved on.
It was apps.
Yeah,
apps and visibility, basically.
Past Windows phones. They didn't keep up. Everyone moved on. By the time they decided to move, it was too late. So
yeah, that's a shame. Like I said, but yeah, in the DTS, you are under 25, and you do not have, but you also don't live in the UK. So there you go. Apparently, yeah, it was. Yeah, I can understand why. And like my daughters, my wife's not coming off of her iPhone. My daughter Anna's not coming off, and she has an X. She has
exactly.
It's just one of them
things.
Yeah, and I think it's mostly because of all of her friends. I mean, that's what she told me. She says, "Dad, I would use it." She loved that HTC when she had the HTC 10. She had my OnePlus 6. She loved using those phones, but eventually she just like, "Dad, all my friends have iPhones, and just like iMessage and all this other kind of stuff. It's easier. It's easier for me to connect to them, and they all like that." Although what's funny is, the other day she asked me, "Hey, Dad, I want to show you something." She tried to call me on Snapchat to do like the video chat. I said, "Honey, just use Google Duo." She goes, "I don't have Google Duo." I said, "Yeah, you do. I put it on your phone, on your iPhone. I made you install it, so it's there." And she used Google Duo from her iPhone to my Duo, and she loves using it now. She's like, "Wow, this is really good. Like, it looks really, really good." I said,
the only reason we used that's what we used to use, but we use Telegram and things now because Duo was charging you.
Yeah, for some reason, when I use the Duo, because it uses your phone number, it treats it like a phone call. So I was still getting charged like the international calling rate. I'm like, what the hell? So, but yeah, I mean, she was like really like, wow, Dad, I was really impressed. I thought because you didn't have, we didn't have an iPhone or whatever, we'd have to use Snapchat. I said, no, it's garbage. But the Duo, she's like, Google Duo works really good, Dad. This is actually pretty good. She tried to call me, as a matter of fact, while we were on the stream. She actually tried to call me. So I had to, put it to voicemail. But yeah. And then, and Roger's in the house. Hey, Roger. So, yeah, you went from an iPhone to the Redmi Note 10 Pro. Yeah, it looks like a good phone.
Damn it, Roger.
So
you haven't done anything wrong. I just like saying, damn it, Roger.
I know. Yeah,
just in anticipation of Roger doing something wrong or stupid. I love that man so much. I really do.
Know. Yeah. So, was that a skin on my Duo? Yes, it is.
No.
Yeah. Orange.
Shit skin. It's not extreme skin.
Yeah. Well, it's actually the Sopa card, which is fine. Yeah, if I stream skins. Well, it's funny because they said, well, if we get a duo here in the UK, we'll do it. I'm like, no, you won't, because you're not gonna have enough of them. So it's cool. I don't expect them to. I wouldn't either. So I don't blame them. But yeah, it's what's better than the piss yellow one I got because you hated that one.
Mm-hmm. That was horrible.
Yeah, I agree.
Would like you could just buy a skin I want to just get one in a roll. Just quit yourself.
Yeah, I could do that.
And that was what. Oh yeah, but that was another thing. I'm going to do it again because I have massive respect for Extreme Skins for helping Roger. Just great, sending out some skins for him to use for his drop-down camera backgrounds. Great.
Yeah, Andrew Wells still uses his Lumia 535 for phone calls. Yeah, I was like, I had.
This has never been a hardware problem. Never. It's always been the fucking software on our side, not Apple's side. Ignore Apples and iPhones and all that shit. The hardware on our side is solid as fuck. Like the phones they make now, in 10 years, are still going to be solid phones to use, hardware wise. Software is going to be just shit. And I can understand. Obviously, I understand why, because it's hard for Google to promise updates to all these different companies who make different skins, different sizes, different shapes. It's hard for Google to make Android 12 compatible with this phone, this phone, this phone, this phone, and the old phones. So I do understand, but it's just shit.
Yeah. Well, it comes down to it, like, you can't have it all, right? If you have multiple different manufacturers, you're going to have fragmentation.
It's not that, it's the skins as well that they have to build it. And then now all these phones, they flip, they fold, they roll, they flap, they flop, they go all the way around. So Android has to be compatible with all these different variations of screen orientation and be able to recognize an open and a close and change screen.
Yeah, I agree.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's hard.
When you buy a vehicle, there are trade-offs, right?
Look at the Duo.
You have to realize you may have less gas mileage in a sedan, and then you may realize that you can tow it with your V6, but you can't.
The Duo is a perfect example, though.
Yeah.
Of when you get it wrong, it can be wrong.
Yeah. No, I mean, it can be used. I've used it pretty much as my daily driver since September, off and on a little bit with some other phones. And yeah, I mean, there's been some problems with it, and I've had some challenges with the software, but other than that, I mean, it's not been too bad. I mean, I actually, but again, it's got to, they make another one. They're going to have to basically have some improvements. I'm not just going to buy it just flat out this time around. I want to see what they do, and maybe I'll take a swing on it, and I might wait a couple months and see if it goes down a little bit, and I can actually buy some money. Save some money, maybe save like $300-400, and we'll see. Hopefully they'll make the improvements, like do the camera and make it a little better, and that's it. And if they don't, well, then I'll have to make a decision that works for me. I mean, I can still keep this one because it works okay. But I will tell you, though, it's just funny how whenever I go out and use this thing, I constantly get people asking me about it, like what it is, and I've never seen it like that. We get comments all the time. So, but we'll see how it goes. I just I don't know. It's a good time just to have choice. Like I said, it's nice to have choices, but unfortunately, with LG kind of maybe exiting the market and the HTC already going bye-bye and then other things, I don't know. I just really, really hope that we don't get to
bye-bye.
Yeah. I just really hope we don't get to a world where it's bad enough having one less operating system to choose from. It would have been nice having a third operating system that's viable. But when you get down to it, do we really want a world where it's just Samsung and iPhone? Although they make good devices, I just like to have some choice. That's what's nice about having Android, having the choice of form factors and OEMs and skins and that kind of stuff, And it seems like they really push more of the innovation stuff because
and it's not just that. It's like Samsung. They change the design on the outside, but really, what else have they changed this year compared to last year? Apart from make the screen less resolution and higher refresh rate, cameras are basically exactly the same. Same as the iPhones. The only companies that push are the Oppos and the Xiaomis and the Realmes and the Sonys and the LGs. They try and do things differently and they push and they innovate. The Sonys have probably some of the best cameras you can get on a phone. But you try and tell anyone else that, they're like, no, don't be stupid.
Yeah. I almost if I saw there was a 5 Mark II on Swappa for it was like $700 or 720. And I was like, man, I'm not saying it's not worth that, but I wish if it was like $500, I may have taken a chance on it. But I'm just gonna wait and see.
400 at the minute.
Yeah, so I'm gonna wait and see. Yeah, I think Sony. I think Sony just kept that they're gonna be the new LG. Right, they're gonna stick out of the chin because people just aren't.
Sony have always taken it on the chin.
Right, they're just gonna get beat.
There was rumors a long time that they were going to exit the phone market. They never did.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing: I don't really want to hear from anybody about a phone that they're not actively using that want to make all these criticisms about it. It's like, okay, well, like, this phone's garbage. It's like, yeah, but I used it for like a week. No, you got to use it for like a couple of months. Like, I want to hear is people like the people that have used the Duo since launch or have used it for 3 or 4 months and have had struggles with it and actually used it in a lot more scenarios and run into problems with it and that kind of thing. Those are the people I want to hear about. Those are the people whose criticisms and feedback is more valuable to me, other than somebody just saying, yeah, I used it for a couple of weeks and didn't like it, so I got rid of it. It's like, well, I don't want to hear that. It's like, well, I use the Sony. Yeah, it's got all these hardware features that really are nice, but nobody's going to use them. Well, because you don't use them? Maybe not. Maybe nobody uses it. But does anybody really use every device feature that they have? I mean, there's a lot of people who have iPhones that don't know they don't use all of the features of their iPhone. There's a lot of people who have Android devices that don't use all the features of their Android device. Even if you have the capability of having the good camera system.
I'm not going to lie. You just froze like fuck, and I didn't hear what you said. So
that's okay.
This is really pissing me off now.
Well, it's okay. It's just today. We're almost done. We're at an hour and 11 minutes, so we're at that time. Don't worry. Next week you should have your Pixel.
I don't know what the worst bit is I don't understand what I have had budget phones and old phones and everything, and I've never had this problem before. I don't know what the issue is. I just can't figure it out because if I've reset the phone and everything, it just doesn't seem to like. Is it
like an old phone? Like, is it like a 3-year-old device? Like, when was it?
No. This isn't that old.
Oh.
I just don't understand. I don't know if it has been updated. It was updated last week. Yeah. I don't know if there's a bug in the most recent software update or anything like that, but I've reset it and I don't understand. I don't get it. Yeah, factory reset. I had to factory reset in recovery mode because it completely crashed the phone with the stupid cat for Android 11.
Roger, did you turn it on and turn it off? Yeah. That's funny. And then and there, he still got his Xperia 5 and he loves it. Yeah, I mean, more you use it, yeah. I mean, and here's the thing, folks. Like I always say, and like other people I'm sure have said, so I'm not the only one saying this, like this groundbreaking epiphany statement, right? But you buy the phone that works for you. And sometimes you don't know. You have to buy a phone and you try it out and you don't like it. And you like with this Duo. I know a lot of people tried it out and they just weren't feeling the software and it was hard and they just didn't want to deal with it. And, the only thing I would say is, man, it's kind of unfair. Everybody's like, well, Microsoft software. I mean, look at TouchWiz back in the day. Look at some of those old Samsung phones when they were just trying to get builds of their stuff. I mean, it takes a while. The phone's only been out 5 months. I mean, I guarantee
to be fair, 5 months sounds like a long time, but in tech terms, 5 months is fucking nothing.
Right, and on top of it too, it's trying to use a new form factor. It's trying to decide orientation. It's trying to know which way the phones turn. It's trying to switch between screens. They're really trying to work on it. So I'm willing to give it some stuff, but no, I agree. It's frustrating as hell when the touches don't respond or you get software jank, or when you try to turn on the phone for some reason it won't unlock. It like unlocks but the screen doesn't display. Yeah, it's annoying as hell. I mean, and there's like, well, and if you want more of a polished experience,
so many first world problems.
Yeah. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, if you want a more software experience that's polished, then there's tons of options. Get an iPhone. You can get a Samsung. You can get a Xiaomi that's got, Mi 12.
Buy a banana phone.
Which is nice. Right. It's just buy another phone. But you realize that if anybody bought this Duo thinking that, I was hoping it would be a lot nicer, but it's not. There are times, and a lot of people have had a lot more problems than I have. I've been fairly lucky with the hardware issues and software. It's been annoying, but a lot of people have been really like, they just got rid of it, just couldn't take it anymore. Like they're on their second and third device and it still is failing hardware wise. And they're like, forget it, I can't do this anymore. Then I don't blame you. I don't buy with what works, especially when you're spending that kind of money.
Yeah.
You gotta get something that works for you. So maybe we'll see.
Small damn car for that. Right?
Right on. Buy some apple stonks. That's right.
Buy some Bitcoin.
Yeah, get you some NFTs, man. Start looking into that stuff. Apparently, I'm going to try to do some research into it. I'm going to kind of see because it looks interesting. If anything, maybe not to get into it, but at least trying to understand all this NFT stuff and what's going on with Bitcoin and all this other kind of. I'm just curious. Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. If anything, just get some education on it and find out what the hell the deal is. So get you some. Read up.
STG merch. Just
get you some.
Go and get you some. Somegadgetguy.com. All the links are on there.
I'm going to put the link for this T-shirt in the show notes.
TK
I think they're still doing them.
You sell some merch.
So, hey, you got TK merch. So I'll find the link for this where I got it from and go. If you have a couple of dollars you want to throw, it's a nice shirt. It's really comfy too. So, and there's different colors. It's not just this one. I think we're like 4 or 5 different colors you could choose from. So, throw some money his way, help them out, and get
also,
a nice shirt out.
If you feel like it, we could get some of our merch because we do have some as well.
We do, and the problem is just getting it to the UK. But I mean, here's the thing: just
if you live in the United States, buy some of our merch.
Well, no, I mean people that watch the show live in the United States, so that's okay. But I'll get if people are willing to do some shirts or whatever, and they can buy some merch. I'll put it. I'll get that in one order, and I'll get it over to the UK. It's just shipping stuff is even if it's not a lot of money or even if it's not a lot of weight, it's still a lot of expensive. I don't know. Hopefully. I don't know if that's COVID driven or the Brexit thing or a little bit of both, but hopefully that gets a little better by the end of the year. Because man,
it's a little bit of everything.
It's expensive to send stuff to the UK. It's not cheap.
No, we're not cheap.
But I'll
you want me? You got to pay for me.
Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, we have our own merch store. So go check it out. It's on the website acrossthepodcast.com. Check it out. Yeah, and if you want to, or if not, you can buy some other merchandise and get some other kind of stuff going on. Support some other creators and check out their websites and listen to their content and listen to them too. We're here to make sure that you are aware.
Gadget Goddess, Rachel,
Yeah, Rachel. yeah. And she's got a really good stream, and she has like a members only.
Yeah, her stream is awesome, man. I swear to God, I was there last week.
Yeah,
I was in the chat last week. Oh man, their stream is so good.
Yeah, it's a really good time. So yeah, and we don't have an OnlyFans. Adita, we have no OnlyFans. We don't even have TikTok. We have none of that stuff. So what do you got as far as? Oh, of course. Same damn shirt.
That was a teaser for our OnlyFans. You may not want to see the rest.
No, you don't want to see the rest, especially if it's me. It's not. We're not doing that. So I mean, we have to know where our limits are, and that is clearly exceeding our limits. So that is it. We are at 1 hour, 17 minutes. So we're probably going to end this bloody thing because Matt's phone is apparently having some kind of a technical problem or might be, more. So then hopefully next week, Matt will have a new phone and we won't have these problems and it'll look nice and sound good and it'll actually work. You want to hard reset the phone right before we start. And we don't have a guest next week either, folks. So this might be a couple of weeks where we just kind of have.
I want to get. We need and I want to get Aditya back on this show. That lad is everywhere and he supports so many people. I really want to get Aditya back on the show.
Yeah, I do too. And Juan's in the chat and he says he's going to pay us not to see the rest. So maybe we'll use that as like kind of a reverse OnlyFans. We can
come up with a deal on a price.
It's kind of like an anti-OnlyFans. We'll actually.
That's what we are good at.
Not doing that kind of stuff. Maybe that'll be it. Maybe we'll come up with a new market. Maybe we'll figure out a new website, right? Anti-OnlyFans. And basically it's like you pay money for people to not take their clothes off and do anything seductive or anything that's kind of risque. Maybe we should do that. Maybe that'll be our market. We can do that.
Yeah, well, one's right.
There you go. I like Simon's got it right here. Clovely fans, right? Just got to put all our clothes on. Maybe put on a hoodie so you really can't see most of our face or anything. It's probably pretty good. And we can talk fish and chips. Yeah, we'll definitely have Roger on or anybody else who wants to come on the show. Remember, again, it's not just people who have YouTube content and anybody in the chat. I mean, I don't care who it is, even if it's somebody who just watches the show and isn't, and it wants to you have a phone. Everybody in the chat's got a phone, right? Who cares? Again, that's the beauty of having the best podcast nobody ever hears of. It's not like you're going to be like on NBC, right, or anything like that. It's not.
How do you know?
Because I know. I look at the metrics. We do okay. And here's the thing. Again, like I said from before, I don't care about all that. I just want to come on here every Sunday or so and just talk about stuff and like we're doing today. I'm glad everybody's here. All the people in the chat who decide to take time out of their Sundays. When this is a family day, really, for most people, it's a day off for a lot of people who are regular working folks. And the fact that everybody's coming on here and taking their time and contributing and all this kind of stuff. I really, really enjoy doing this. And that's why we come and do this, because, if we only get 5 or 6 people, that's totally okay.
Hey,
People
we have
here
fun.
are really, really great.
And next week, if time permits and we can, then we'll see if we can get a DT on the show next week.
Yeah, we'll try to do that, and we'll see how it goes. But like I said, it's one of those things where I love all you guys that come on the show and contribute and make comments in the comments. And I'm glad we had today, because it seems like when we have a guest on, it's hard to kind of keep the comments.
It is.
I want to focus.
Well, I will say, if any of you guys in the chat do want to come on, just give us a shout. Let's go.
Yeah, you know how to find us.
Let's have some fun.
We're on the Twitter, right? We're on the Twitter. You can send us an email.
Yeah.
You can reach out to Matt or I on Twitter, or you can reach out to the show, or
reach out to Chris.
So it's cool. Yeah.
Chris is like
Aditi can't do next week, so we don't. So Aditi's already out, so we already figured that out right now. So cool. So
how about Joe?
Yeah, we'll see. How about
Hickey?
this?
Hickey boy, let's go.
So we'll see next week, Matt. Hopefully, we'll have some time with the Pixel 4.
Get back, Uncle Spirit. Why is Joe not good enough? What are you trying to say?
No.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say, Aditya? Is Joe not good enough?
Back on. We'll get anybody. Like I said again, we appreciate Aditya and Joe and Gary the Fireman, Air Guys. Who else was in the show?
Look at them all.
Was here. TK.
Oh, the old guys. Right, we can have
Roger.
10 people. You can all come on at the same time. We'll have a
Yeah,
party.
we can have a big old pajama jammy jam. Right? We can have, with clothes. Because remember, like Juan said, he doesn't want to see us with anything. He's going to pay us to not do an OnlyFans.
I mean, I can see why.
I would.
I mean, what one can pull off the bum pics on the thumbnail, but I don't think we could do that.
No, I did see that Juan's. I don't know
his
what
thumbnails.
was,
we'll just say his last few thumbnails just been knocking it out.
Yeah, I like the thing he did on Twitter. We had the little clappy thing. I don't know what that little dance was. That was pretty good. That was really good. I was like, wow, that's pretty talented. I like that. So that's a pretty good thing. So, for everybody aside, Joe Hickey and everybody came on the show and thank you for coming on, guys. Thank you for spending some time with us on this lazy Sunday. We'll be back next Sunday, 3 p.m. Hopefully Matt will be on time because his phone will be ready to go and you won't have any technical issues. And we will start off right at 3 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Greenwich Mean in the UK. And this is the best. What?
BST.
Will it be BST next week?
It's coming. It's in March. I just don't know when.
Okay, because maybe it will be. Maybe I'd actually need to look that up and find out when BST actually starts, because maybe the next time we'll actually be
end of March.
End of March.
Yeah,
okay,
end of
cool.
March,
We'll get a
I
couple
knew
more
it was
weeks
in March. Like, at some point during this month, my timing's all going to be fucked up. I ain't going to know what's going on.
Right,
because your time changes the same, so you'll be 3 p.m. still.
Well, no, not at the same. It won't be, because when BST starts, I think there's like a 3 or 4 week time where it'll be only a 5-hour difference. Then we move to springtime forward, and then it goes back to 6 hours.
So for the 5 weeks, I've got to remember that the show is
Sunday, March 28th is BST.
3 p.m. for you, which would be 8 p.m. for me, not 9. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if we're still doing the show at 3 p.m. CST, when we move to BST, that'll be 8 p.m. for me, not 9. Oh,
well, guess what? According to time and date, the time change for 1 hour forward is March 14th. So next Sunday at 2 a.m. is when we go ahead. So we'll actually be ahead of you. We'll be 7 hours difference until BST starts.
And we start on the 28th. Thank you, IR 1980. 28th of March.
So there's going to be a 2 week where it's actually going to be a 7 hour difference. So next
Sunday it'll be 4 p.m. CST.
No, it'll still be 3 o'clock my time, because I'm going to start at 3 o'clock. But the
you're
difference
still
will
do
be
10
o'clock your time. Right? We got to figure this shit out. I don't know. We'll have to do the research, folks. But
right. Okay. So if we still start at 3 p.m. CST next week, then it will be 10 p.m. for me.
Yes.
If you start at 4, it'll be 9.
No. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. So what we may have to do is, because
I fucking hate this time of year.
What we may have to do is, I might have to start at 2 o'clock so we can still do it at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, but then
Greenwich.
Like Juan and TK, they change at a different time. And then when their streams are on at different times for us, which will be a different time for you and a different time for me.
Right. So here's the thing. I think next week we may start at 2 o'clock because it'll still be 9 o'clock.
Just keep your eyes open for the notification from Twitch because we can't tell you what time we're going to start the show. It'll start when it starts.
Right. We'll let you know. But anyway.
Update on Twitter.
He's right. We need to start. I need to start at 2 p.m. So it'll be 9 o'clock yours until the 28th. And then it'll be 3 and 9 again. That's how
I don't know. We'll sort it out later, man.
We'll sort it out. So that's it. So we'll thank you guys for all coming out. We're going to go ahead and end the show. Thanks for joining Across the Pondcast, the best podcast you never heard of. Sam and Matt coming back to you next Sunday. A lot of chit-chat.
Signing off at some time next week.
We'll see you. We'll let you know. Stay tuned. All right, everybody. Love your faces. Be good. Take care. Have a good week.
Bye.
See you next week.